Welcome to Best House Decor. Today we're diving into 20 DIY rustic yard ideas that turn forgotten junk into vintage garden magic. From weathered wood planters to whimsical birdhouses, these projects blend nostalgia, creativity, and sustainability. Whether you're crafting for your own space or a thoughtful gift, these easy, budget-friendly hacks will inspire cozy corners and blooming memories. Let's get started. Number 1. Pallet wood flower planter boxes. Transform forgotten pallets into charming tiered planters. Weathered wood with nail holes cradles vibrant pansies and lavender, while chalkboard labels add rustic charm. Imagine this mobile garden glowing in soft morning light near your porch. Next, picture herbs thriving in distressed white planters on casters. Reclaimed wood and mossy edges create a timeless look. This DIY project blends practicality with vintage flair, perfect for small spaces or gift giving. Number 2. Vintage milk can birdhouse village. Rusty milk cans bloom into birdhouses with pastel hues and tin roofs. Sparrows flit between entrances as wildflowers sway below. These whimsical homes merge function and artistry, turning scrap into sanctuary for feathered friends. Visualize golden hour light catching metallic textures and hand-painted accents. Each can tell a story, from faded logos to delicate floral details. Hang them on posts for a melody of chirps and rustling vines in your backyard oasis. Number 3. Rustic tire swing with a twist. A sage green tire swing invites relaxation under oak trees. Macrame ropes with tassels sway gently, while vintage tools lean nearby. This upcycled centerpiece blends playfulness with practicality, ideal for shaded reading nooks. Imagine geometric patterns dancing on weathered rubber as sunlight filters through leaves. A gravel path lined with herbs and a "Rest Here" sign complete this serene escape. Turn discarded tires into timeless garden magic. Number 4. Mason jar fairy light lanterns. Mason jars twinkle like stars on a pergola draped in ivy. Fairy lights glow beneath moonlit skies, casting bokeh reflections on misty grass. These lanterns transform ordinary fences into enchanting nighttime retreats. Picture LED candles flickering inside jars mounted on barn wood. Dew clings to petals as fireflies join the dance. Simple yet striking, this project merges nostalgia with modern charm for magical evenings outdoors. Number 5. Broken terracotta pot mosaic pathway. Shattered pots mosaic a garden trail, framing ferns and clover. Moss fills gaps between shards, creating an earthy tapestry. Step into a world where brokenness blooms into beauty beneath your feet. Close-ups reveal weathered paint and patina on clay fragments. Creeping time spills over edges, blending fragrance with artistry. This eco-friendly path turns clutter into a cottagecore masterpiece year after year. Number 6. Salvaged window bird feeder station. An old window frame becomes a feeder with suet-filled planters. Raindrops cling to glass as finches dart between tiers. Rustic nails and peeling paint whisper tales of forgotten rooms now alive with nature. Sage green accents highlight wooden textures, while nasturtiums trail from baskets. Sunlight filters through translucent petals, inviting pollinators to your vintage-inspired haven. Every scrape and scratch adds character to this upcycled wonder. Number 7. Rustic wind chimes from kitchen utensils. Driftwood suspends forks and bottle caps that sing in the breeze. Metallic tones harmonize with birdsong as sunflowers nod in the background. Transform cluttered drawers into a symphony of garden soundscapes. Golden sunsets gild cookie tin chimes swaying gently. Iron hooks and weathered wood create a rustic focal point. Listen to the wind tell stories through repurposed relics, turning scraps into sensory delights. Number 8. Upcycled Ladder Garden Trellis. A wooden ladder leans against stone, draped in clematis vines. Spring blossoms cascade over rungs, blending structure with wild grace. This vertical garden breathes life into forgotten corners with timeless charm. Sunlight highlights ivy tendrils curling around weathered planks. Sweet peas spill from rungs like natural curtains. Pair with climbing roses for layers of texture and color that evolve through seasons. Number 9. Vintage Suitcase Raised Garden Bed. A rusty suitcase sprouts sedum and echeveria, nestled in gravel. Oxidized hinges and leather straps evoke travel memories. Transform flea market finds into desert-inspired planters that defy ordinary flower beds. Alpine blooms peek from faded luggage tags under mountain views. Drill drainage holes to let creativity bloom. This quirky bed merges wanderlust with green thumbs, proving treasures can take root anywhere. Number 10. Repurposed Bathtub Planter. A clawfoot tub bursts with sweet peas and tomatoes under morning mist. Rust stains age gracefully beside mossy faucets. This statement piece marries whimsy and utility where vegetables meet vintage elegance. Chipped enamel reveals metal beneath zinnia's vibrant faces. Midday sun highlights petal gradients and weathered surfaces. Let this tub become your garden storytelling centerpiece, where function dances with nostalgia. Number 11. Barnwood Garden Bench with a Stenciled Twist. Grow wild stenciled on a gray plank bench surrounded by daisies. Lichen weaves through boards aged to perfection. This seat invites reflection amid nature's quiet, steady rhythms. Floral patterns grace faded red accents on backrests. Draped gloves hint at recent gardening joy. Crafted from history-rich wood, it's a place where stories and wildflowers grow side by side. Number 12. Rustic tin can herb garden. Basil and mint thrive in a wooden crate's tin can nest. Chalk labels name each fragrant sprout as daylight filters through leafy canopies. Merge kitchen scraps with garden bounty and organized charm. Close-ups show mint leaves glistening beside sunlit soil. Blurred hollyhocks frame this rustic kitchen companion. Perfect for patios or porches, it turns clutter into harvest-ready practicality with vintage flair. Number 13. Vintage Garden Gate Archway. Climbing roses drape an iron gate archway, jasmine scenting the air. Pink blooms contrast rusted scrollwork, framing views of picket fence dreams. Let entryways bloom into living heirlooms. Wisteria drapes rain-dappled metal with purple cascades. Peeling green paint reveals age's beauty. These arches aren't just passages, they're invitations to wander through time and blossom along the way. Number 14. Discarded Drawer Herb Garden. Old drawers hold thyme and oregano against sun-drenched fences. Landscape fabric lines compartments where Mediterranean herbs thrive. Turn furniture graveyard relics into vertical kitchens. Terracotta pots nestle inside drawer cubbies labeled with chalk. Lavender fields blur behind rosemary's upright spikes. This project proves even small spaces can grow gardens rich in both flavor and history. Number 15. Rustic Wheelbarrow Planter. Marigolds overflow a wheelbarrow's wooden frame, handles worn smooth by time. Distressed red paint peeks beneath greenery as blooms catch sunlight. Roll color and charm wherever seasons demand. Cherry tomatoes vine through lettuce in a mobile vegetable bed. Leather straps reinforce rusted sides near coiled hoses. This planter isn't just decor. It's a promise that practicality can wear a crown of petals. Number 16. Vintage Teacup Bird Baths. Chipped teacups balance on mossy stakes, marbles cradling rainwater. Hydrangeas blur behind droplet-rippling saucers. Tiny baths become whimsical oases where birds sip and splash in vintage splendor. Morning dew glints on floral motifs as light filters through maple leaves. Pebbles stabilize saucers where sparrows bathe. These delicate sculptures prove even fragile relics can find renewed purpose in nature's embrace. Number 17. Salvaged Fence Post Obelisk. Bean vines spiral up a teepee of bundled posts tied with jute. Afternoon light etches shadows of green tendrils against textured wood. Let this sculpture support both plants and the stories they carry. Morning glories crown a jute rope obelisk amid dewy vegetable beds. Bees hum near blossoms atop reclaimed stakes. This vertical masterpiece proves structure and spontaneity can coexist beautifully. Number 18. Rustic Garden Art from Scrap Metal. Metal butterflies shimmer on stakes as wind stirs their wings. Coneflowers blur behind metallic dragonflies catching sunlight. Transform junkyard scraps into art that dances with pollinators. A sun sculpture's cutout rays glint beside wildflower meadows. Golden hour light casts rippling reflections on nearby stones. These pieces aren't just decor. They're heirlooms forged from forgotten metal. Number 19. Vintage Book Page Resin Garden Stones. Pressed violets and Shakespearean verses glimmer beneath resin-coated stones. Moss hides half-buried treasures where literature meets botany. Let hidden pages whisper tales to passing breezes. Rain droplets magnify sonnet text on a half-buried stone. Climbing ivy frames this literary artifact, blending ink with chlorophyll. These stones are time capsules where words and wildflowers grow intertwined. Number 20. Piano Keyboard Garden Bench. Pastel keys form a bench storing shears and gloves inside. Daffodils mirror spring's bloom as sheet music peeks from key slots. Transform musical history into a seat for garden dreaming. Floral pattern keys catch light beside maple shade. Open lids reveal tool-filled compartments. This bench isn't just seating. It's a symphony of function, art, and nostalgia played in nature's key. These 20 rustic garden inspirations prove that vintage charm and eco-friendly creativity go hand in hand. By repurposing everyday items, you can craft unique spaces that reflect your personality and love for nature. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more DIY ideas, and share your creations in the comments. We'd love to see your vintage garden art. Thank you for watching.